Welcome back, trainers. So Team Rocket is going to be entering into Pokemon Go very soon now. So iOS users do have the new update. If it is not currently in your store for you to download, just give it a little bit and I'm sure it's going to be forced fairly soon because Shadow Pokemon are coming alongside Team Rocket. Now we do have some images we are going to be going over, and as well as all of the Pokemon that can currently be Shadow. So before we had a list of about, I would say, maybe 15 or 16 to 17 Pokemon, but turns out there's going to be a whole lot more found within the new APK. So with that said, trainers, let's go ahead and take a look at that. And before we get started, yes, I'm going to be doing a lucky trade for a shiny Entei. Me and this trainer have become lucky friends for the third time, and we decided to, well, she asked me if I wanted to do Entei, and I said, sure, let's go for it. So we did that. It turned out to be a decent one. It's looking okay. So it's going to be at 13, 13, 12. And I hope you're enjoying the new appraisal because it's very nice. Now, yes, the old checkers, IV checkers are going to still be useful for the exact percent. Also to tell you, how much Stardust is going to cost in candies to completely max it up to whatever point you're trying to get to. Very specific things. So, they're not completely useless, but this is going to make it a lot easier to just quickly find that 100% IV Pokemon or something golden within your stash. Say you went out and you caught like 100, 200, maybe even 300 Pokemon, and you just want to go and check them like this, because if you did not know, and you did not see my other videos, or you're not aware yet, the new one does have a better appraisal system. You can just tap over, and just get it over with and just, finish it up. Wow, so this one here is a 98%, 15, 15, and then 14 for that attack there. It's a Sparrow. I've been doing a bunch of lucky trades with my brother because he has all these old 2016 Pokemon, and every single trade we do is a lucky. It's pretty incredible. So once he has caught newer Pokemon, I tell him, okay, sweet, you've caught it now. Say, for instance, a Beldum. And he would give me something old, random junk, and I would give him something that he wants, so it will become lucky. So pretty nice there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into that information you want to see. All right, so before we start talking about all of the Shadow Pokemon and all the other information, let's go ahead and talk about the Mudkip Community Day happening July 21st at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. your local time. Now, the exclusive move has been put out here, and that is going to be Hydro Cannon, right? Not a big surprise. And that's going to mean that Swampert is going to be the second best water attacker in the game to Kyogre. So if you do not have a bunch of rare candies, or not able to get out there and raid a bunch of Kyogres, or do not have great ones or anything, you're going to be able to make yourself a nice water team with this Hydro Cannon Swampert. So keep that in mind, and make sure you evolve some under 1500 for the Great League, preferably with lower attack, so you'll be ready for whatever cup calls for water type Pokemon or possibly ground type Pokemon, because this thing is going to be an absolute beast. All right, and a little bit more news on the Swampert here. So for Blaziken, what did we see happening there? We got Blast Burn for the Community Day move, and then Blaze Kick for a new TM move on it. Now I think that seems like it's going to be the same way for the Swampert here, and we're just simply going to TM it for Muddy Water. Obviously, Hydro Cannon is going to be better, but Muddy Water may prove to be very good as well. Here are all the stats, so it is looking pretty fantastic. All right, so just wanted to add that for you guys. Make sure you're prepared with possibly a few TMs going into this. Honestly, I do believe, well, I think that Niantic should implement some sort of task that allows you to get charged TMs during this event, or possibly even before the event, so you're prepared and not rushing and scrambling to try to find TMs. But it's no rush, honestly, because you don't really need to do the TM during the Community Day time. You can do it afterwards. All you have to do is worry about that Hydro Cannon, because you're going to actually have only 4 hours to evolve the Marshtomp into Swampert to get that Hydro Cannon. As far as Muddy Water goes, you don't really need to worry about it. It would be nice if they had a little event for us to get TMs easier, possibly, because, a lot of us need those. I know there are people stacked on them, but there are a lot of us who do change moves frequently. Therefore, we just simply don't have much. But like I said, it's not too much of a rush to get Muddy Water because it's here to stay. Much like Blaziken, you didn't have to do it during Community Day to get that Blaze Kick. It was just that blast burn that you needed to worry about. Now for Swampert, it is going to be Hydro Cannon, in which you will have 4 hours to evolve them and simply get it that way. As far as Muddy Water, you can get it whenever. But anyways, here are the stats. It's looking pretty fantastic. Alrighty folks, now let's get into the real good news here. The Shadow Pokemon. Now originally, we thought we were only going to have a handful. Now this information is coming from Calvin, a data miner. I will be leaving a link to his Twitter in the description so you can keep up with all of his findings because it is fantastic over there. Now, what do you see in here? Other than a whole lot of awesome Pokemon, including my favorite Persian, Shadow, as well as their purified version, okay? So we did see those symbols added into the new game file, the purified as well as the Shadow, and those will be right behind the Pokemon, kind of like that lucky image when you're scrolling through your Pokemon. What else do you see on here? That is going to be legendary birds. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres are all going to be able to have shadow forms. So it looks like we're going to be battling Team Rocket members that are going to be using legendary Pokemon. Now what's going to happen is you're going to battle them, and then after you possibly beat them, they're going to toss that Pokemon. It is going to be a shadow form. You're going to catch it, and then you're going to have this shadow Pokemon, right? You're going to be able to purify it. That is going to cost Stardust and candies. Not too sure on the exact amount it's going to cost, but I'm really hoping we're going to be able to actually keep them. And even if they possibly may even have a shadow move, because it's going to be super effective to everything. Well, technically, it is supposed to be super effective to everything with these shadow moves. If that is the case, we're going to be looking at something very interesting here. Now, I can't wait to see exactly how this is all going to be going down. But all I know is we have a whole lot of awesome Pokemon on here for potentially really cool shadow modes. Now, let's ask another question. I'm not too sure if this is going to really happen, so don't get too hyped for this, but are we going to possibly be able to see shadow shiny Pokemon? Probably not likely, but you never know, right? So you can just imagine how rare those things are going to be. Shadow, shiny, lucky? I know, it's sounding a little ridiculous over here. I don't even know if you're going to be able to trade off shadow Pokemon. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. So I just wanted to bring you this information. Looks pretty amazing here. Do you spot one of your favorite Pokemon within this list? Let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite shadow Pokemon that you are anticipating coming into Pokemon Go when this is released? I don't know exactly when Team Rocket is going to be arriving, but this is going to be very soon. I say this is just an estimated guess, so don't come back in a couple days if it hasn't happened and say, well, you said. But I think maybe on Thursday, this Thursday, so in about 2 days, depending on when you're watching this, is when we're going to see that. If we see it sooner, then great. Then, hey, messed up on that prediction. But who knows what is going to be coming for us here. So the Moltres, pretty excited about that. We have legendaries. Unfortunately, we do not see any Mewtwo, but we have a Metagross shadow form. That is going to be pretty amazing. A lot of these on this list are going to be amazing in their shadow form. So wanted to bring you this information, trainers. Now let's go ahead and take a look at a few other images regarding Team Rocket and Pokéstops. All right, now we have a few images that have been put out for us here. And this is going to be a Team Rocket grunt, female specifically, at a Pokéstop. And she is saying, stealing items from this Pokéstop is fun. Well, that's very Team Rocket-ish thing to say. So there you go. Looking pretty nice and very excited for this. Now, I have a few questions on how exactly this is going to work. The first encounter, is it going to be easy, pretty difficult? Is it going to progress over time and get more difficult as we go along? Like I said, I would absolutely love to see Giovanni finally entering later on, probably down the line. Who knows? More than likely not, but you never know. But this is how we are going to get our shadow Pokemon, okay? You're going to encounter them, battle them. Looks like a PvP battle clearly to the right. And then after that, they're going to toss them. If you beat them, encounter that Pokemon. Not too sure if it's going to immediately go into a catch screen or if they're going to be in the overworld floating there and you're going to tap on them. We'll just have to wait and see. Either way, you'll still be able to encounter that Pokemon, no problem, I'm sure. And then purify them if you so choose to. Now, something to take note of that I did not mention previously was that we have no information regarding shadow moves in the game files. So that's a bit of a mystery. Are they just going to maintain their regular moves, or are they actually going to hold these shadow moves possibly? Because you never know, Niantic might actually implement these as they roll it out, because we have seen them do things we didn't pick up within the data mines, and then all of a sudden there's all this new stuff that we were not expecting. So this is all very exciting news. I hope you all are very excited for this, because personally I've been waiting for Team Rocket to come into Pokemon Go other than just the close in the shop. Something like this is absolutely fantastic and can lead up to more possible villains in the future. Get hyped for the Mudkip Community Day. Share this with your friends. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it to keep yourself up to date on all the news. And I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.